The universe does not forget. The weight of betrayal always returns to those who cast it. Chosen ones, listen carefully. The very ones who mocked you, who cast you aside like you were nothing, are now choking on their own regrets. The same hands that threw stones at you now tremble with guilt. The same voices that spread lies about you now whisper in fear. They never thought you'd rise. They built a trap, thinking it would consume you, but they ended up walking into it themselves. They fought against something bigger than you. They thought they were attacking a person, but they were standing against the force of the universe itself. And the universe never lets its chosen suffer without reason. Every time they moved against you, they were really fighting fate, and no one wins that battle. Before we go further, smash that like button and subscribe. Every time you engage with this message, you help spread it to more chosen ones who need to hear it. The universe sees every action, so make sure you signal YouTube that this truth must be heard. Now, listen carefully, because this is what they don't want you to know. You were never alone. You only felt that way because the universe was testing your strength. Every betrayal, every fake friend, every moment of doubt, it was never meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. They wanted you to think you were abandoned, but the truth is, you were protected. They couldn't reach your true power, so they tried to convince you it wasn't real. They knew what you were before you did. That's why they tried so hard to destroy you. But look at them now. They thought they had power, but all they had was temporary control. They played their games. They laughed at your pain. But now their own nightmares haunt them. They wake up in cold sweats, remembering what they did. Their minds replay every choice, every betrayal, every word they spoke against you, because the universe doesn't let them forget. Their regret is their prison, and there's no escape. While they were busy plotting against you, you were transforming. You didn't just survive, you became a force they can't escape. You turned every loss into wisdom. Every scar became armor. Every tear watered the roots of your strength, and now you stand unshaken. They tried to burn you, but they didn't realize you were fire all along. They wonder why their lives are falling apart. They wonder why things aren't working out for them. The answer is simple. They fought against the wrong one. When you strike the chosen, you don't just hurt them. You curse yourself. Their hands are stained, not with your blood, but with their own fate. And you keep rising. Their guilt, their downfall, their suffering, it has nothing to do with you anymore. The universe is dealing with them. Your job is to step into your power and never doubt yourself again. You weren't just chosen for battle, you were chosen for victory. Let them watch from the shadows as you step into the light. The universe sees everything, and trust me, this message found you for a reason. If you are truly chosen, you will feel the pull to stay until the very end. Their regret is real. Their downfall has begun, and you need to understand why. Stay with me. Let's get started. Number 1. They dug the pit. Now they rot in it. When you strike at what is chosen, you don't wound it. You sign your own sentence. The universe does not punish with force. It punishes with silence, making them suffer in the cage they built with their own hands. Chosen one, hear me loud and clear. If this message is pulling at something deep inside you, drop 77 in the comments and mark this moment. This is not just a message. It's a revelation. It's proof that you were never crazy. never weak, and never alone. The ones who laughed at your pain are not laughing now. The ones who moved against you thought they were playing a game, but they were gambling against the universe itself. And no one wins against the system that governs everything. They thought they could manipulate, deceive, and destroy you without consequence. They treated you like a pawn, never realizing you were the force that could reset the entire board. Now, every move they made against you has looped back onto them like an iron chain. Every lie they told is a weight around their neck. Every betrayal they planned is a shadow they can't escape. The universe has locked them inside their own actions, and there is no key. They don't understand why things keep falling apart, why every plan they make crumbles, why every door they knock on stays shut. The answer is simple. They fought against something they didn't understand. They weren't just attacking you, they were fighting against alignment itself. They were wrestling with the very force that controls destiny. And now, destiny is wrestling back. They are haunted, not by ghosts, but by truth, by you. They hear your name in the silence. They see reminders of you in every failure. Your face flashes through their mind when they lie awake at night, their heart pounding under the weight of their own guilt. They are prisoners, not in chains, but in memory. And memory is the kind of prison you never escape. They tell themselves they did the right thing. They tell themselves you deserved it. But the problem with lies, the mind doesn't forget the truth, no matter how much they try to drown it. Every time they see you rise, their chest tightens. Every time they hear your name, their stomach drops. Every time they see you step forward into your power, they sink deeper into the pit they dug for you. They thought they buried you, but all they did was plant a seed. And now that seed has grown into something they can't ignore, something they can't kill. But, chosen one, let's talk about you for a second. Because here's the real question. Why did you ever doubt yourself? Why did you ever think you were alone? Why did you ever believe their lies about who you were? Did you really think the universe would let its chosen ones fall without purpose? Did you really believe that everything you suffered was for nothing? No, every hardship was a sharpening. Every loss was a lesson. Every moment of isolation was the universe pulling you away from corruption, so that when your moment came, you would be untouchable. But here's the problem. Some of you still don't see it. Some of you are still questioning your worth, still doubting your path, still looking back at the people who betrayed you, wondering if they feel sorry, wondering if they'll ever apologize. Stop, right now. Their regret is their own curse. It's not your burden to carry. You are not here to wait for apologies. You are not here to wonder if they will change. You are here to rise, to take your power and never look back. The universe has already passed judgment. The scales have already tipped. They are feeling every ounce of the weight they put on you. And trust me, it's heavier than they ever imagined. So stop looking back. Stop waiting for closure. Stop expecting them to do what they were never capable of doing. The moment you stepped into your true power, the story changed. They are stuck in the past, drowning in their own regret. But you are free. And that is the worst punishment they could ever face. Number 2, they wanted you to break, but now they're the ones shattered. The ones who tried to break you now kneel before the wreckage of their own making. The universe does not forget. It does not forgive. It only balances the scales, and for them, the weight is unbearable. Chosen one, understand this. They wanted you to beg. They wanted you to crawl. They wanted to see you at your weakest, gasping for air under the weight of their betrayal. They were certain you would crumble. Certain that the wounds they inflicted would be too deep to heal. But what happened instead? You rose. And now it is they who are on their knees. Not because you forced them there. No, you never had to lift a finger. The universe handled it. The very system they thought they could manipulate turned against them. The balance they disrupted came crashing down like a tidal wave. And now they are the ones drowning. The same voices that once laughed at you now choke on their own guilt. The same hands that reached out to destroy you now tremble, unable to steady themselves. And the very minds that conspired against you, they are haunted, tormented by the reality that they lost, that they gambled everything, and you still won. Do you understand what that means? They see you standing tall, untouched by the destruction they wished upon you, and it eats them alive. Every step you take forward is a blade twisting in their regret. Every victory you claim is a reminder of their failure. They wanted to see you shattered, but now the only broken pieces are the fragments of their own ruined plans. You walked through the fire they set for you and emerged unscathed. But them, they are still burning. Their own actions have become the flames licking at their heels, consuming them from the inside out. No matter how much they try to pretend otherwise, the universe has marked them. Their punishment is not some outside force. It is the weight of their own choices. And that is something they can never escape. Do you think they don't regret it? Do you think they sleep peacefully at night? They wish they could undo it all. They wish they could take back every word, every betrayal, every moment they thought they were untouchable. They see now that they weren't as powerful as they believed. They were only digging their own graves, one cruel act at a time. But here's the truth. It's too late. No amount of wishing, no amount of apologies, no amount of pretending can erase what's already been done. They made their choices, and now the universe has locked them inside the reality they created. And you don't need revenge. You don't need to lift a single hand against them. Your very existence is enough. Every time they see you thriving, it reminds them of what they tried to take. Every time they hear your name, it echoes in their mind as a lesson they had to learn the hard way. They don't get to celebrate your downfall. Instead, they are forced to witness your rise over and over again, day after day, year after year. That is the price they pay for their betrayal. That is the weight they must carry. And the worst part, it is self-inflicted. No one cursed them. No one sought revenge. They did this to themselves. Because when you fight against what is chosen, when you try to destroy what was meant to rise, you don't just lose, you fall. Number 3, you are the storm that swallowed them whole. They thought you were nothing but a passing wind, easily ignored, easily silenced, but they never saw the storm brewing inside you. Now the skies have darkened, the winds have shifted, and they stand trembling in the face of a force they can never outrun. Stand tall, chosen one. You were never meant to bow. never meant to shrink, never meant to be just another shadow in the background. You were designed to rise. You were forged in chaos, sharpened by pain. And now, you are the storm that consumes everything in its path. They never saw it coming. They thought they had you figured out, thought you were weak, fragile, easily broken. But they mistook your silence for surrender. They confused your patience with powerlessness. And now, as they look back, they realize their greatest mistake: underestimating you. Because you are untouchable. Your very presence is the justice they can never escape. Every breath you take is proof that they failed. They were convinced they could erase you, bury you, silence you. Instead, they only created the force that will haunt them for the rest of their days. Their regret is as loud as their suffering is endless. No matter where they turn, the echoes of their own betrayal follow them. They thought their actions were a one-time blow, but what they never understood was the law of return. The universe doesn't forget. It doesn't overlook. It collects every action, every word, every intention, and then it delivers the exact energy back. And for them, that energy has arrived, full force. They watch you from a distance, powerless to undo what's been done. They hear your name and feel their chest tighten. They see you thriving, and something inside them shatters, because now they know the truth. You weren't the victim. You were the reckoning. They thought they could break you, but instead, they unlocked something they were never prepared for: the real you. And now, they stand in the storm they created, drowning in the downpour of their own choices. But chosen one, listen closely. This is not just about them. This is about you. Because even now, even with all the proof in front of you, some of you still don't fully grasp your power. Some of you are still carrying the weight of their words, still questioning your worth, still doubting that you were made for something greater. Enough. The time for doubt is over. The time for second-guessing is done. You are not ordinary. You are not random. You were chosen. And the moment you start walking like you know that, the moment you stop seeking validation from those who never deserved to be in your presence, everything shifts. You see, they didn't just try to break you. They tried to rewrite your destiny. They played a game they never had the skill to win. And now, the universe has checked them. Their downfall is not your responsibility. It's their consequence. And your only job now: to rise, step forward, walk in the power that was always yours. Do not look back. Because every second you stay in this moment, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. Every word you take in brings you closer to the truth. You were never meant to live in their shadows. You were meant to stand in the light of your own power. Don't look away now, because what follows will change everything. Number 4. The fire that should have burned you now scorches them. They thought the flames would consume you. Instead, they only forged you into something indestructible. Now, the fire they lit surrounds them, and there is no escape. They mocked your light, laughed at it, ridiculed it, tried to make you feel small for simply existing in your truth, until it revealed the darkness in them. And now, they run. But there is nowhere left to hide. The very shadows they used to operate in have turned against them. The universe is shining a spotlight on every deception, every betrayal, every false mask they wore to keep their power intact. And the worst part? You were never supposed to survive. You were never meant to be anything more than another victim, another casualty of their manipulation. In their eyes, you were nothing more than another face in the crowd, someone they could use, discard, and forget. They never expected you to rise. Never thought you would be the one thing they could not control. Because you weren't just another person. You were born to be a force, an anomaly, a disruption, a living, breathing earthquake sent to shake the very foundations of the lies they built their world upon. And when they first met you, they thought they had you figured out. They had seen people like you before, or so they believed. Someone naive, someone easy to deceive, someone who would crumble under the weight of their control. But what they found instead, something they had never faced before, a presence so powerful it could not be tamed, a soul so genuine it could not be corrupted, a spirit so unbreakable it refused to bow. They felt it immediately. Your energy hit them like a storm, raw, undeniable. And for the first time in their lives, they were afraid. Because their entire existence was built on illusion, on deception, on the fragile, desperate need to manipulate and overpower. And then you showed up, and your presence alone threatened to shatter it all. They knew the moment you entered their world that something had changed, that they had encountered something they were not prepared for, something that could see through them, something that, if left unchecked, could destroy everything they had worked so hard to build. And so they did what they always do. They tried to control you, to manipulate you, to break you before you could expose them. They used every trick, every tactic, every whisper of doubt they could throw your way. And for a moment, just a moment, you may have questioned yourself. You may have wondered if you were the problem, if you were too much, too intense, too different. You may have doubted your own power. But then the fire came, and instead of consuming you, it forged you. Instead of breaking you, it made you untouchable. Instead of turning you to ashes, it turned you into the flame itself. And now, that same fire is all around them. The lies they told are burning them alive. The manipulation they relied on is crumbling in their hands. Every time they try to rebuild, the flames follow. Every corner they turn, every new start they try to make, they are met with the consequences of what they did. Because the universe does not forget. It does not let the chosen ones be played with without setting things right. And you don't need revenge. You don't need to lower yourself to their level, because your very existence is the retribution. Your growth is the justice. Your light is their destruction. They wished they had never crossed your path, wished they had never underestimated you, wished they had never been foolish enough to think they could play with something as powerful as you and walk away untouched. But it's too late for them now. The balance is being restored, and you are still rising, because the sun does not apologize for shining, and neither should you. Number 5, they wanted you to dim your light. Instead, it exposed them. They wanted you small, silent, invisible, because your presence alone made them feel the weight of their own emptiness. But light does not bow to shadows. It erases them. Listen to me, chosen one. They wanted you to shrink, to be quiet, to doubt yourself so they could feel powerful in comparison. They needed you to believe you were less, because deep down, they knew you were more. But what they never saw coming was this. Your light didn't just refuse to dim, it illuminated everything they tried to hide. You didn't have to lift a finger, you didn't have to expose them. Your energy alone did what they feared most. It revealed them. It peeled away their masks, stripping them of every carefully crafted illusion. And what was underneath? Insecurity, fear, weakness. They thought they had buried it deep, thought their manipulations, their lies, their facades were strong enough to hide what they truly were. But the moment you walked into their world, it all began to unravel. That is the power of being chosen. You don't have to fight. Your existence is the war they were never prepared for. Because what happens when darkness meets light? It has two choices: run or be erased. And now, that's exactly where they find themselves, trapped between two impossible options: run from you or destroy themselves, trying to pull you down. But here's the truth they don't want to accept. They were never strong enough to take you down. They tried everything: manipulation, betrayal, lies whispered behind your back, attacks disguised as kindness. They pulled every trick they knew, every tactic they had mastered. And still, you rose. Do you understand what that means? It means you were never the weak one. They were. It was never about you being too much. It was always about them being too little, too small to stand in your presence without feeling their own lack, too fragile to be near your strength without crumbling under its weight. And that's why they hate you. That's why they fear you. Not because of what you did, but because of what you are. You are the proof of everything they tried to deny. You are the living contradiction to every lie they told themselves. You are the undeniable, unshakable evidence that they are not what they pretend to be. And that is a pain they cannot escape. Because even if they run, the truth follows. Even if they try to rewrite the past, the memory of you lingers. Even if they try to convince themselves that they were right, their own regret whispers in the silence. You don't have to destroy them. They are destroying themselves. Every fake smile they wear is heavier now. Every room they walk into feels emptier. Every mirror they look into reflects the truth they tried to avoid. And you are untouchable. Because you were never the problem, you were the mirror. And they can shatter every reflection they see, but that won't change what they truly are. So, don't you dare dim your light. Don't you dare make yourself small for people who were never meant to stand beside you. Because the only ones who fear your power are the ones who have none. Number 6. You were sent here to disrupt, not to blend in. You were never meant to fit into their world. You were sent to break it apart, to shake the ground beneath their feet, to tear down every illusion they built, to keep the truth hidden. And now, that truth is staring them in the face. Understand this, chosen one. You were never meant to blend in. You weren't sent here to follow the rules they created. You weren't born to live quietly, to move unnoticed, to play by the script they wrote for you. You were sent here to disrupt, to shift the balance, to break generational chains, to carry an energy that the world has never seen before. And that is why they fear you. That is why they resent you. That is why, from the very beginning, they moved against you, before you even knew your own strength. Because they saw it. They saw the force within you before you did. They recognized your power before you even had the chance to step into it. And that terrified them. So they tried to control you, to suppress you, to confuse you into thinking that you were nothing special. They tried to make you doubt yourself, to believe you were just like everyone else, because the last thing they could afford was for you to wake up. But here's the truth they are now choking on. They failed. They thought they could silence you, but instead, your voice only grew louder. They thought they could bury you, but instead, you rose from the depths, stronger, wiser, untouchable. They thought they could erase you, but now, your presence lingers, unshakable, unstoppable. And for them, there is no escape. Because everywhere they turn, there you are. Your energy, your success, your resilience. It follows them like a shadow, whispering reminders of everything they did to try and break you. But they didn't just fail to destroy you. They exposed themselves in the process. And now, the balance has shifted. Now, the universe is moving. They thought they were the ones in control, but their grip is slipping. Their power, their influence, their carefully built facade. It's all crumbling. Because the truth always catches up. And you are not just here to exist. You are here to reset everything, to tear down the old systems, to disrupt the cycles of control, manipulation, and deception, to be the force they could never tame. So, if you've ever questioned why you don't fit in, stop. You were never supposed to. If you've ever wondered why people move against you, why you attract opposition, why your presence alone triggers those who claim to have power, this is why. Because you are not one of them. You were never here to follow. You were sent here to lead, to rise, to reclaim, to change everything. And they hate that. They hate that they couldn't stop it, that no matter how much they tried, no matter what they did, you still woke up. You still stepped into your power. You still became what they feared most. And now, they are the ones who don't fit in. Because the world they created, the one built on lies, control, and illusions, is dying. And in its place, you, a force they can't contain, a light they can't extinguish, a disruption they will never recover from. Number 7, they knew who you were before you did. They saw your power before you did. That's why they tried to kill the fire before it could spread. That's why they fed you doubt before you could see the truth. They weren't afraid of who you were. They were terrified of who you were going to become. Chosen one, understand this. They always knew. Before you even had a clue about your strength, before you even questioned why things seemed different for you, they already saw it. That's why they moved against you early. That's why the attacks started before you even realized you were in a battle. That's why the rejection, the betrayals, the isolation felt so deliberate. Because it was. They knew. They knew you weren't like the others, that you didn't just fit in, that something about you stood out, even when you tried to shrink yourself, and that terrified them. So they tried to rewrite your story before you could write it yourself. They planted seeds of doubt in your mind, hoping you'd never recognize your own light. They fed you lies. You're not special. You're too much. No one will ever understand you. All of it designed to keep you small, because the last thing they could afford was for you to wake up. The moment you realized your power, the illusion shattered. And once it shattered, they lost all control. That's why the people who once surrounded you turned against you. Why the ones who smiled to your face worked against you behind your back. Why the world seemed to push you into corners where you felt unseen, unheard, unwanted. It wasn't by accident. It was strategy. They were afraid of what would happen if you ever realized the truth. And the truth is this: you were never meant to be controlled. You were never meant to be one of them, to move like them, to think like them. You were never meant to follow the same broken system they built to keep themselves in power. You were sent here to disrupt. And the moment you started seeing through the game, you became the greatest threat they had ever faced. Because now, you know. You know that their rejection was never about you lacking anything. It was about them lacking the ability to handle you. You know that every betrayal, every attempt to make you feel small, was nothing more than their own fear of your greatness. You know that they didn't push you away because you weren't good enough. They pushed you away because you were never meant to belong in their world to begin with. And now, they feel it. The power they tried to suppress is fully awake. The storm they tried to stop has already arrived. There is no undoing it, no silencing it, no returning to the days when they had control. They failed. And the worst part? They knew this day would come. They always knew that one day the power they feared in you would rise. They knew that no matter how hard they tried, they could never truly contain what was destined to awaken. And that day is here. You are awake, no longer controlled, no longer manipulated, no longer doubting. And them, they are the ones afraid now. Number 8. They tried to rewrite your story, but the universe had other plans. They thought they were the authors of your life, that they could twist your story, write your ending, erase your power. But they forgot one thing: the universe does not take orders from them. And now, the story has flipped. The ink has dried, and they are the ones fading into nothing. They thought they had control, thought they could dictate who you would become, thought they could mold you into something weak, something dependent, something small enough to never challenge them. They believed their words would become your reality. You're not good enough. You'll never make it. You don't belong here. They spoke those words like spells, hoping you'd believe them, hoping you'd internalize their lies and become the version of you they wanted, a powerless one. But what they didn't understand was this: your story was never in their hands. Every time they tried to shape your destiny to fit their narrative, the universe ripped the pen from their grasp. Every time they pushed you toward failure, life redirected you toward something greater, because you were never meant to follow their script. You weren't born to be a background character in their world. You weren't sent here to live inside the limits they created. You were designed to break every rule, every expectation, every falsehood they tried to place on you. So the harder they tried to trap you, the more the universe worked against them. Every time they tried to block your path, another door opened. Every time they tried to strip you of your confidence, something deep inside you grew stronger. Every time they tried to bury you in darkness, the universe flooded you with light. They thought they were in control, but they were never the ones writing your story. And now they are choking on the truth. Because they can see it, they can feel it, they lost. They didn't just fail to break you, you shattered every illusion they ever had about their own power. They told themselves they were in charge, that their influence over you was permanent, that their manipulation, their deception, their lies would shape your future. But the universe had other plans. Plans they could never interfere with. Plans they could never touch. And now, your success is their biggest regret. Your rise is their worst nightmare, because they no longer have a role in your story. They no longer get to dictate how things go, no longer get to twist the truth, no longer get to decide where you belong, because you belong exactly where you are, at the top, unshaken, untouchable. And them, they are nothing more than a footnote in the story they never had the power to control. Number 9. The more they fought you, the more they sealed their own fate. They thought they were setting traps for you, that every move against you was pushing you closer to destruction. But what they didn't realize was that every dagger they threw was carving their own tombstone. And now, as the dust settles, the only thing left standing is you. Listen, chosen one, every action they took against you was a strike against themselves. Every lie they spread, every betrayal they orchestrated, every moment they rejoiced in your pain, it all came with a price. They thought they were clever, thought they were untouchable, thought that their actions would never come back to haunt them. But the universe never forgets. And now they look around, and all they see is the ruin of their own choices. Because every move they made against you was never really against you. It was against the balance of the universe itself. They didn't just fight you, they fought fate. And no one wins against fate. They thought they were breaking you, but every battle only sharpened your mind. Every betrayal only made you wiser. Every loss only fueled the transformation that turned you into something they could never defeat. But they weren't built for what they put you through. They never stopped to think about what would happen when the energy they sent out returned to them. They never asked themselves, what happens when the trap we set for them becomes the pit we fall into? And now, they are drowning in the very darkness they tried to throw you into. The relationships they sabotaged. Now their own connections crumble. The lies they told. Now their world is built on deception, and they don't know who to trust. The moments they laughed at your pain. Now they sit in silence, realizing the joke was always on them. Because the more they fought you, the deeper they dug their own grave. And that's the part they never saw coming. They thought they had time, thought they could escape the consequences, thought they could outsmart the universe. But there is no escaping universal law. The energy you put out will always find its way back. And while they were busy plotting your downfall, they were sealing their own fate. Every win they stole, reversed. Every opportunity they blocked. Now, every door they knock on stays shut. Every attack they sent your way now eats away at them from the inside. And you don't even have to lift a finger, because the universe is handling everything. They are being forced to reap what they sowed. And no apology, no excuse, no amount of regret can undo what they've done. They can feel it. They know exactly why things are falling apart. And yet, the worst part for them isn't the destruction itself. It's knowing they did this to themselves. They had a choice. And every time they moved against you, they chose wrong. Now, they are prisoners of their own decisions. And you are free. Number 10. They wanted you to feel alone, but you were always protected. They wanted you isolated, thinking that loneliness would break you. They wanted you to believe that no one cared, that you had no support, that you were powerless on your own. But what they didn't realize was this: you were never alone. You were being protected, being prepared, being set apart for something far greater than they could ever comprehend. And chosen one, they wanted you to feel like no one was on your side. They orchestrated betrayals, pulled people away from you, turned friends into enemies, and enemies into relentless obstacles. They wanted you broken by loneliness, because an isolated target is an easy one. A soul that believes it has no support is easier to manipulate. A person who thinks they are alone is more likely to surrender. That was their plan. Make you doubt yourself, make you question your worth, make you believe that the world had turned its back on you. But what they didn't see, what they could never understand, was that you were never truly alone. The universe was always watching. Every act of cruelty, every deception, every moment of isolation they forced upon you, it was all being recorded. Because you weren't being abandoned, you were being protected. You were being pulled away from the people and environments that were never meant to hold your destiny. You were being separated from the distractions, from the betrayals waiting to happen, from the false relationships that would have drained you dry. And while they laughed at your loneliness, thinking they had succeeded in breaking you, something else was happening. You were transforming. You learned how to stand alone without losing your strength. You learned how to move in silence, detached from their chaos. You learned how to find power within yourself, without needing their validation. And now they can't touch you. The very thing they tried to use against you has become your greatest weapon. They thought isolation would weaken you, but instead, it refined you. They thought loneliness would destroy you, but instead, it freed you. Because you were never meant to be part of their world. You were being prepared for something greater. And now, they're the ones feeling alone. Because while they were busy trying to take everything from you, they didn't realize they were losing everything themselves. And you are standing exactly where you were meant to be. Stronger, wiser, untouchable. Number 11. They can't look you in the eyes anymore. There was a time when they mocked you freely, when their laughter echoed through rooms filled with their arrogance. But now, silence. Their voices have faded, their confidence shattered, because the moment you step into the room, they feel it, the weight of everything they did, staring them down like a reflection they can't escape. So, chosen one, do you remember? The way they used to speak your name with amusement, the way they would roll their eyes at your dreams, dismiss your struggles, laugh at your pain as if it were nothing more than a passing joke. They were bold back then, confident in their power, arrogant in their belief that they would never have to answer for the way they treated you. But look at them now. Watch how they shift when you enter the room. Watch the way their posture changes, how their once steady hands suddenly fidget, how their once sharp tongues now hesitate before they speak. They can't meet your gaze anymore, because you are not who you once were, and they are not who they once pretended to be. Your presence alone is a mirror, one they cannot bear to look into, because when they see you, they don't just see the person they underestimated. They don't just see the strength they tried to destroy. They see every wrong choice they made. They see every lie they told, every betrayal they committed, every attempt they made to break you, and none of it worked. Instead of seeing someone crushed under their games, they see someone who survived them. And that realization burns them alive, because they were so sure they had won, so sure that they had buried you so deep that you would never rise again. But you did. And now they are left to face a reality they never thought possible. The fact that their power was never real to begin with. The fact that you never needed their approval, that you never needed their acceptance. And now, without their illusions, without their control, they are nothing. That's why they avoid you. That's why they suddenly go quiet when you walk in. Because the truth is, they aren't just afraid of you. They are afraid of themselves. Afraid of what they did. Afraid of what they lost. Afraid of the fact that they are now forced to sit with the consequences while you keep rising. So, let them look away. Let them shift in discomfort. Let them sink in the silence that they once forced upon you. Because you don't need their eye contact. You don't need their words. You already won. Number 12. The universe stripped away. The people who weren't meant for you. You didn't lose them. The universe removed them. Not as punishment, not as a lesson in pain, but as protection. You weren't being abandoned, you were being saved. Because not everyone deserves a seat at your table, and not everyone can handle the weight of your destiny. There was a time when you questioned why people left. Friends who turned cold, family who suddenly stopped showing up, relationships that unraveled without warning. You felt the sting of their absence, the betrayal, the rejection. You wondered if it was you, if you had done something wrong. But the truth? You didn't lose them. You were never supposed to keep them, because they were never meant to walk the path you were destined for. Their energy was too low, their intentions too small, and the universe saw what you couldn't. You didn't see their hidden jealousy. You didn't hear the way they spoke about you behind closed doors. You didn't notice how they never truly supported you, only tolerated you. But the universe did. And so, one by one, they were removed. Not because you didn't love them, not because they didn't matter at some point, but because they were only meant to be temporary. And the moment they tried to hold you back, the moment they resisted your growth, tried to keep you stagnant, tried to keep you small, the universe stepped in. Because what is meant for you will never require you to dim your light. What is meant for you will never try to shrink your power. What is meant for you will never betray you. So let them go. Let the ones who left stay gone. Let the ones who turned their backs keep walking. Because the reality is, you were never meant to walk with the unworthy. Your energy is too rare. Your path is too divine. Your purpose is too great. And now you stand among those who are meant to be in your life. Not those who tolerate your presence, but those who celebrate it. Not those who envy your growth, but those who grow with you. Not those who secretly wanted you to fail, but those who would never let you fall. The universe didn't take anything from you. It freed you. Number 13. The final blow. You no longer care. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference, and nothing destroys them more than realizing they no longer have a place in your mind, your heart, or your life. Listen, chosen one, they spent so much time trying to break you, control you, make you doubt yourself. They fed off your reactions, your pain, your struggles, thinking they would always have a hold on you. But now, you don't even think about them. While they stay up at night, replaying the past, suffocating under the weight of their own regret, you have moved on. You no longer seek closure, no longer wonder why they did what they did. They don't matter anymore. And that is the final blow. Because your indifference is a louder punishment than any revenge could ever be. They wanted power over you, but now they realize they hold nothing. You have stepped into your power. You have risen beyond their reach. And them, they are stuck in their own misery, haunted by the fact that they lost you forever. And now, the story has flipped. They tried to control you, break you, erase you, but the universe had other plans. Now, you stand untouchable, while they drown in the consequences of their own choices. If this message resonated with you, drop the number 77 in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share this with another chosen one.